We're in a very tough market. And what I always find amazing is that I don't know anyone who thought that the raw costs would be good and the raw costs were bad. But if you take a look, the thing that's, I didn't want inventories up $800 million. That was not good. Order backlog, $17.3 billion, above $400 million, $400 million lower than second quarter. I don't like to see that. Sharp increase in demand has led to supply challenges, so that put the 1 to 4% price increases. My bottom line on CAT is it's not as bad as the stock is indicating, versus 3M, which is as bad as the stock indicating. And 3M, my charitable trust has owned it forever. My father worked for 3M, and I'm kind of really surprised. Yeah. This is a great American company.
CAT is a material cost story. 3M is a dollar story. They were trying to figure out this morning how you go from a 5-cent headwind to a 10-cent, or 5-cent tailwind to a 10-cent headwind. Well, in the course of a quarter.
I would rather say, how could they be executing so poorly after Inga Tullin's multiple-year execution? And I don't want to be too sobering about it, but I found it eye-opening when it came over. I was talking to Jeff Marks, who works on when Charitable trusted me for Action Alert, and I said, okay, look, we cut this position, cut this position, cut the position. But the fact is that I held on to a little bit because I really genuinely believed that this would be the quarter where they would get it right. And it was the quarter where they got it even worse. Healthcare. Look, you can back the currency in, back the currency out, you can do whatever you want. The fact is, the dogs won't eat it. I mean, this is like new and improved. You put it on the outside of a can, and the dogs don't read the can. I mean, this is like, I don't want to say I'm aghast, because what I am saying is that, wow, I expected better from a great American company. Caterpillar got a great American company number. And, you can look at CAT, you can look at United Technologies, which was excellent. You can look, frankly, at Honeywell, which was better than excellent. And I can craft a scenario which just says, wait a second. We got to test our lows. We got to get the VIX to spike, and then we're going to come back and look at some of these great stocks. 3M is not one of them. And candidly, it'll get to some level where it's interesting. United Technologies,
it's getting wrapped up today in this because
but it was great.
It was a strong quarter. And by the way, the stock has been down, as many of our viewers may know, in part because of concerns about the Rockwell deal. We do have comments from Greg Hayes we'll share with you shortly.
But look at those numbers, David.
Potential approval in China. But the numbers themselves, no, very strong. EPS guidance also up to 720 to 730. They raised that.
8% organic growth.
The organic growth numbers were well ahead of what the analysts who follow this company had been anticipating.
Do you see
Otis orders look good.
Orders up 14%. China very strong.
UTX had what would have been what is a very good quarter, but otherwise you probably would argue, I would think, Jim, would be up if it was not for a broad,
I think it would be
significant decline in our market.
Yeah, and when I was going back over and reading a couple things. One is Vice President Pence's incredible speech. You got to go back over this on October 4th.
Basically
declared this is the economic war speech, but with a lot of military overtones. And I was thinking, what, they got to get this Rockwell-Collins deal closed. And what happens last night? We send the Curtis Wilbur and the Antietam. It's a destroyer and a cruiser. We send them through the Taiwan Strait. Now, if you're the Chinese government, which gave you a preliminary approval of this, and remember, you're talking about the Chinese government needing this deal done because the Chinese aircraft use, to make the 919 aircraft, the 929 aircraft, these use United Technologies. So they've got to approve this for their own good.